Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all feeling well today. Not too much chocolate, or maybe just a little. If you're joining me for the first time today, I usually choose or ask someone to choose one of these Bali blessing cards. And I'm a little bit early, so I might choose again today while I'm waiting for others to be online. So today I chose creativity. Creativity. So creativity is the ability to make new things or think of new ideas. The ability to create is the ability to produce something new through imaginative skill. Creativity is the richness of ideas and the originality of thinking. Interpretation: if you would create something, you must be something. By Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. I'll be back in a moment. Sit comfortably. Let me know if you're online. Pop a comment in the box. Check to see what time it is. It's 8:09, so a little bit early. And also, if it's the first time you're joining me this morning, I'm not on my boat. I'm having work done on the boat, so it's at the boat works currently. So we're here on land for a little bit, for a few days, but near the end of the challenge. You may see me on the boat. It's our time to have a little bit of time on land. Good morning. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Gwendolyn. Happy Easter Monday. I have some beautiful oils burning here today. You might see them in the video most days. If you have a pillow or a blanket, you can roll it up, put it underneath the sit bones and sit comfortably any way you like. You can lie down, roll around, massage the lumbar area a little bit from clockwise to anti-clockwise, just while you're waiting. Just try and get in touch with you a little more, relax, just as if you would come to any yoga class, just checking in with yourself. Maybe you've rushed to get set up. In a few more moments, it's another 3 minutes until the class actually starts. Maybe have a water bottle beside you, or while you're waiting, if you want to, make sure you have your strap. If you want to use the strap, if you're a beginner or even advanced, sometimes it's nice to use your strap. Or if you don't have a strap, use a belt or a t-shirt, stretchy t-shirt. Say hello. Okay, a few more minutes. And if you didn't hear me today, I joined the card Creativity. I drew the card, I should say, Creativity. Which is, creativity is the ability to make new things or think of new ideas. A lot of us doing that at the moment. The ability to create is the ability to produce something new through imaginative skill. Creativity is the richness of ideas and originality of thinking. Interpretation: if you would create something, you must be something. Morning, Maya. Morning, Joanna. Can somebody tell me that you see me full on the screen there? That's, for some reason, my screen's not opening up fully lately. And just let me know about the music, if you don't mind. It's just a gentle meditative music today in the background. Okay, 1 more minute. So find a block, a pillow or a blanket to sit on, and sit cross-legged any way you choose. Just get long and tall through the spine, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, a little more, and then slowly, slowly, slowly allow them to fall and melt into place. So if you felt them tight, you'll feel the release. 1 more of these, slowly, slowly, slowly. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and then gently, gently, gently allow them to melt down a little more, a little more. Sometimes we feel like they're in place, but they're not. A little more, until you can't release them any further. Let's close down the eyes. Place the hands at the heart center if you're comfortable there, or on your knees. Just slightly look down. Just check in with your inhalations and your exhalations moving throughout your body. Try not to sit really still. Allow yourself to relax enough that you may be just gently moving. Without forcing yourself to move, you're just feeling light and relaxed. Relax the shoulders. Today, using the Ujjayi breath to begin the practice, I want you to think of the inhalation as an SA. So when you breathe in saying SA. And when you exhale out, say HA. Breathe in saying SA. Breathe out saying HA. Breathe in SA. Breathe out saying HA. Relax the breath. So just another way to try and keep those inhalations and exhalations going. Let's drop the right ear towards the right shoulder and breathe into the left side of the neck. Let's send all breath there. Bring the head back to center and drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, breathing into the right side of the neck. If you're feeling tight there, release, send the breath there to relax those muscles of the right side. Bringing the head back to center, dropping the head back, taking small sips of air through the nose, breathing into the front of the neck, opening up the throat. One more breath, bringing the head back to center and dropping the chin to chest. Breathing into the back of the neck, feeling the release, letting go of any tension, tightness. Breathe deeply and move the head back to center. Let's set your intention for bringing you to your mat today. What you would like to achieve out of the practice. Breathe that intention in and exhale it out to the universe. Slowly open the eyes, become aware of your surroundings. Bring the hands to the knees if they're not already there. And I want you to raise the right arm up towards the sky. Staying seated, so make sure that you're comfortable for a few more moments. Sweep the right hand up and over the top of the head, sweeping the fingertips towards the left wall. And just turn and look under the right armpit. Breathe in long and deep into those inhalations 3 to 4, breathing all breath out for 4 to 5, long and deep into that right side of the body. Feeling that beautiful opening, stretch, release. Your gaze is just under the right armpit. One more breath, coming back to center, releasing the right hand to the knee, releasing the left arm up towards the sky, sweeping the left hand over towards the right, and just turn and gaze under the left armpit. Breathe in to that left side body, feeling that release, that long deep stretch in the left side waist area. Try not to strain the neck, it's just a gentle turn towards and gaze towards the left. One more of these, exhale, breath out and raise the right arm up towards the sky. Keep putting a smile on the dial. Sweeping the right hand over towards the left. Really reach with those fingertips, reach them up nice and high. Feel the length in the right side. Turn and gaze under the right armpit. Keep your inhalations and exhalations nice and smooth. One more of these, releasing, changing sides, raising the left arm up and sweeping it over towards the right. Feeling that beautiful length in the left side of the body. Just turning and gazing under the left armpit. If that's not comfortable for you, gazing under the armpit, just gently look forward. But we're really sweeping that left hand over top of the head. One more breath. This time I want you to take the left hand out towards the side a little bit. And I want you to sweep the right hand up and over the head. So we're sort of leaning into the fingertips are spread nice and wide, cupped off the mat. The hand is cupped off the mat. So we're sweeping a little deeper. Changing sides. Allow the right arm to come out towards the side and sweep the left hand up and over the top of the head. Gaze is under the left armpit or down at the earth. One more breath, coming up slowly. And we're going to come to our knees. So we're practicing as if we're in a small space on the boat, of course. So bring the pillow or the blanket underneath the knees to protect the knees, to make it comfortable. We're going to do a varied sun salutation that I've created for on the boat. So exhale, hands alongside the body. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky, reaching, fingertips towards the sky. Making sure that those feet are hip-width distance apart and the knees are hip-width distance apart. Exhale, fold over the legs, allow the arms to float out towards the sky, at the side and up. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky, reaching with the fingertips. And we're floating, we're twisting towards the left. Arms are out, shoulder height. Palms are facing down. Bring the hands back to center and sweep them up towards the sky. Now we did this in day one. And then turning towards the right. Arms are out, palms face down. So just like our warrior arms. Just make sure that I'm in the frame a little bit better for you, that's better. And moving back to center, sweeping the hands up, just like your sun salutation, sweeping the hands up towards the sky. Fold forward like our child's pose and sweeping the arms behind you. Inhale, sweeping the arms up towards the sky. And turning off towards the left and palms face down. Coming back to center, sweeping the arms up towards the sky. And turning off, sweeping the arms out towards the right. Your gaze is over that right middle finger. Palms are facing down. Nice gentle twist in the body. Bringing yourself back to center, sweeping the arms up towards the sky. Fold over the legs just like you would with child's pose. Toes touching, knees can be wide. Bring the hands out behind you. And then inhale, come up. One more of these, making sure the hips are in one line with the knees. And we're twisting off towards the left. Just like our warrior arms, and we're facing our palms down, gaze is over right middle finger. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky, and we're twisting to the other side. Gaze is over right middle finger. Moving the hands back to center, sweeping them up towards the sky, and exhale, fold over the legs, sweeping the hands out behind you. Allow the head to fall. This time clasp the hands behind you and sweep them up towards the sky. Then release the hands towards the back of the mat, tops of the hands are onto the earth. Just lower the head and relax into your child's pose so you can spread the legs wider and allow the belly to rest between the legs. Allow the head to hang. One more breath and come up slowly. Remove the blanket or the pillow off the mat. And let's come to all fours onto the mat for our cat-cow poses. Sorry, I'm trying to get into the frame a little bit more there. So spreading the fingers nice and wide, gripping into the mat. Knees and hip width distance apart, tops of the feet are onto the mat. So we're lowering the belly, broadening through the chest, and we're looking up. We're rounding the spine, arching up, arching up, arching up, as deep as the body can move, just like the cat pose. We're allowing the belly to hang. We're broadening through the chest. We're really trying to arch that tailbone up. And send all breath out as you release and move back into your cat pose. Arching up that back, squeezing into that belly. Lowering the belly and one more time. Arching up into the cow pose. And moving into cat pose. Arching up, arching up. Now toes touching, knees wider than the mat, and press back into your child's pose. But really reach with the fingertips forward. Feeling the length in the spine as you press the sit bones back towards the back of the mat. Feel the length in the spine, relax the forehead. Of course, some of us are going to be up high like this as well. We're all different. One more breath, and let's come back to all fours and press up into our child's pose. Our downward facing dog, sorry. So pressing up, hips nice and high, creating that nice beautiful inverted V. Come up onto the toes, squeeze those toes, and then press the heels down towards the earth, creating that beautiful inverted V, or if you need to have the knees bent, that's perfectly fine. But we're really gripping into the mat with those strong hands, strong arms, but we're relaxed at the same time. Enjoy your breath, your inhalations in, exhalations out. One more breath and come back to all fours. And we're stepping the right foot forward between the hands. We're coming up with the hands to the thighs and we're raising the arms up into our King Arthur pose. So really allow the pelvis to descend towards the mat. Feel it heavy. We're opening up that big psoas muscle that wraps around the back of the leg all the way up around the hip area. Creating that youth and flexibility in the body. One more breath and move the torso forward and wrap that left elbow to the outside of the right knee, hands in prayer position. Raise the right arm up and just turn and look off towards the right. Keep breathing, relaxing. Keep your inhalations and exhalations long and deep. If you want to have a little bit more opening in the pose, you can always open up the arms. You don't have to. One more breath and release the hands towards the earth and allow the right knee to fall open towards the side. Keep breathing, relaxing into that outer hip area, feeling that opening. Variation of lizard pose. One more breath, then release the foot back down to the earth and step back into all fours. And we go to the other side. So the left foot is stepping forward between the hands. Get your balance and come up onto the thigh and then raise the arms up towards the sky. Look up, keep breathing, relaxing. Maybe you could scoot that left foot forward a little bit and really feel yourself heavy. Allow yourself to feel heavy and root towards the earth. That way you'll feel that beautiful opening in that psoas muscle. Wrapping around the hip there. Keep breathing, send the breath to where you need it. Top of the back foot is on the mat and the toes are curling into the mat. A nice strong foundation. One more breath and we're moving the torso over the legs. And we're wrapping that right elbow on the outside of the left knee, hands in prayer position. The left elbow is up. You're spearing the head forward and you're turning, looking off towards the left. We're squeezing those organs together, creating a beautiful help with the digestion. Keep your inhalations and exhalations going. Remember our breath, our ujjayi breath. Breathing in for 3 to 4. Breathe all out, long and deep for 5 to 6. One more breath and we're bringing the hands to the inside of the left foot. We're allowing the left knee to just fall off to the side. Don't force it in any way, just allow it to fall open. You're resting on the side of the left foot. Breathe in to where you're feeling the opening. You'll feel it in the outer hip, the glutes. Relax and breathe. One more breath and come back into all fours. And toes are touching, knees are wider than the mat, arms are out in front of you for your child's pose. Lower the forehead. One more breath. Let's press back into our downward facing dog. Press those sit bones up really nice and high, so we're creating that beautiful V. Some of us are going to have our knees slightly bent, of course. This time I want you to take the right foot up towards the sky and bend at the knee and press into that imaginary wall onto the left. If for any reason you're feeling uncomfortable doing that, come back to all fours and you can just raise the right leg up and bend at the knee and press into the imaginary wall onto the left. Again, that's a better version if you're on the boat, if it's a little bit rolly. Putting the foot down wherever you are, whether you're on your knees or you're in downward facing dog, raising the left leg up, bend at the knee, press into that imaginary wall onto the right. So we're all going to be different. Some of us are going to be on our knees like this. But keep a smile on the dial, opening up that hip area. One more breath and everybody move back into downward dog if you're on your knees. And relax the head, relax the breath. Nice strong arms. Remember, we don't want our arms out like this. We don't want them off towards the sides like this. We want to gather those arms in, nice strong foundation. We don't want our toes touching. They're as wide as the hips. And relax the breath. One more breath and then release all the way down to the mat. We're going to go into Navasana, boat pose today. We're going to sit down onto the mat. We're going to walk the flesh of the sit bones out. We're going to bring the knees up. We're going to raise the heels up to start with. Remember, I'm teaching from all levels here, so if you've never done this pose before, we're raising the feet up and we're just holding on to the backs of the legs. Now, you can stay right there or you can just stay with the heels lifted up and you're going to move the body back a little bit, but you're going to keep a nice long spine. We're working the core in this pose. Otherwise, raise the knees up. Some of us can have bent knees. Release the arms. Keep smiling. Keep breathing. Don't collapse in the lower back. Keep a nice strong back. Some of us are going to be able to press all the way through to have nice long legs, but never force that. One more breath. I won't keep you there much longer. And cross at the ankles. And just move the body forward, sweeping the right hands off to the right and to the left. Releasing the hands out in front of you, creating that length in the spine. And move the body back. And we're moving into second Navasana boat pose. So get your foundation right. Raise the feet. Raise the legs. Release the hands. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Nice long back. Nice long spine, I should say. We're really feeling it in the core. Sometimes it's nice just to press your finger into your belly to make sure that you're actually using your core, not collapsing into your lower back. If you feel that's difficult holding your hands there, sometimes people feel a better length in their spine if they raise the arms. Press through the legs if you want more opening. Otherwise, let's all come out of it. Cross at the ankles. I want you to press back into child's pose. In case we created, if you're feeling any uncomfortable in the lower back there, we want to lengthen out the spine, so toes touching, arms out in front of you, knees wider than the mat, and lower the forehead. Beautiful pose. So we're always flexing and extending the spine. So really try and walk those fingertips forward. Don't put any pressure on the shoulders. Press back with the heels. Release the whole spine. Now if you'd like to stay there, honour your body and stay there. Otherwise we'll go into a third and final boat pose. So get your foundation, bring the feet up, raise the legs up off the ground, keep that nice long back, raise the arms out, keep breathing, keep smiling, no swearing at me. One more breath. We're going to do something a little tricky. We're going to swing our left arms off towards the left and we're going to squeeze our knees into the chest. We're working these side obliques and we're swinging our right arms off towards the right. Our arms off towards the right. We're squeezing our knees into the chest, so working those side obliques. One more of these, swinging to the other side. Arms go left, knees are right. And one more. A little challenge today. And cross at the ankles. And press back into your child's pose. Reach the arms out in front of you, relax and breathe. One more breath and come up slowly. We're going to go into camel pose. So our knees are hip width distance apart. Our feet are the same, tops of the feet onto the mat. Just place the right hand on the top of the pubic bone, the left hand on the back, and slightly tilt the pubic bone forward. So we're all in one line here. Spread the hands nice and wide, place them on the lower back. I want you to press the hips forward, not further than the knees, all in one line, and press the sternum up nice and high and drop the head. The hands are on the back of the lower back, the sacrum area. We're squeezing the knees in and squeezing the elbows in towards each other, and just a gentle relaxation of the neck. Small sips of air through the nose. If you want to go deeper into the pose, you can place the hands onto the backs of the legs. If you feel you want to go deeper and hold on to the ankles, ask yourself why. But challenge yourself, but be kind to your body. But you need to be pressing those hips forward if you're holding on to the feet. The chest is moving up, you're taking any pressure off that lower back. Everybody move out of the pose, chin to chest. And press back down into your child's pose. Reaching those fingertips forward. Don't fold all the way to the earth until you feel the length in the spine, moving in one direction and the other. Lower the forehead. One more breath, coming back up into our second camel pose, getting your foundation. Spreading the fingers behind you, pressing the hips forward, slightly tilt the pubic bone. Press the chest up nice and high towards the sky as you drop the head. When you press the sternum up nice and high, you take all that pressure off the lower back. Move into the variation of the pose that you would like, holding onto the backs of the legs. Or if you're feeling you want to open up that front body a little bit more and you can press the hips forward, move into the full expression of the pose. Really press that chest up. Most of it's going to be up here if you're beginners. One more breath and press it back into your child's pose. Reach the fingers out in front of you and press the buttocks back towards the heels. One more breath, and again honor your body if you're feeling like you don't want to do a third camel pose. We're going back into third and final camel, releasing the hands to the lower back, the sacrum area. We're gathering the elbows in, press the hips forward, slightly tilt the pubic bone, raise the chest up nice and high, sternum reaches towards the sky, and drop the head. Move into the full expression of the pose if that's where you want to be, either on the backs of the legs or the ankles. Keep small sips of air through the nose. One more breath, chin to chest, and this time I want you to leave your hips up nice and high. Move the chest towards the mat for puppy pose. So it's like a downward dog, but lower to the earth. And it's similar to child's pose, but your hips are up nice and high. You're pressing back with the sit bones towards the heels. You're reaching the fingertips forward, then lower the forehead. One more breath and come back up into our all fours. Reach the right leg out, nice and straight. I need to get forward, nice and straight, yes, that's it. And reach the left arm out in front of you for a little balanced pose. We're keeping the leg in one line with the spine, and the arm is out shoulder height. So spearing ourselves forward. Beautiful. Changing sides, reaching the right arm out and then the left leg out. One more breath and let's press it back into our downward facing dog. Now if you'd like to be in puppy pose instead of downward dog, you can always do that as well. Pressing the heels towards the earth, arms out in front of you. Feel that length in the whole back body. Relax the head. And let's come to a seated position onto the mat. And let's lie down onto the mat. I want you to raise the legs up towards the sky. If you have a strap, you can place the strap over the legs, or a belt, or a t-shirt, an old t-shirt, if you don't mind it stretching a little bit. Reaching the hands up, gripping onto the backs of the legs if you don't have a strap, or if you have the opening to hold onto the toes. But we don't want our buttocks up really high like this. You're better off holding onto the backs of the legs to keep the spine nice and long along the mat. So nice length of the legs. Keep breathing, pressing that lower back into the mat. And then place the hands to the insides of the legs or use the strap still, just lengthen it. Holding on to the backs of the legs, a nice wide leg supine pose. Breathe into the inner legs. One more breath and bring the feet together for your Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly pose. Flap the wings of the butterfly, move them in and out, move the legs in and out. Keep smiling. And then release the movement and just relax into the pose. Opening up those legs towards the sides, breathing into the inner legs. Relax the shoulders a little bit, try not to force them up towards the hands or the feet. Keep breathing, relaxing. One more breath, then release the feet towards the mat. We'll go into bridge pose. We're coming into some of the final poses today. So press the hips up, walk the heels in slightly as the arms are alongside the body. Then press the hips up nice and high towards the sky, clasping the hands underneath you. Keep breathing, relaxing. Long, deep inhalations and exhalations in. We're opening up the whole front body here. Shine the heart towards the sky. Try not to collapse into the lower back. If you're feeling like you are collapsing and you're not feeling any discomfort, just place the forearms onto the mat and clasp the hands underneath you and place the hands underneath the lower back. That helps support you a little bit. You can also use blocks. If you had a block underneath you, you can place a block underneath you, so that's a little bit more comfortable. Then slowly roll down one vertebra at a time and swing the legs up towards the sky for happy baby pose. Holding on to the sides of the feet, pressing with the fingertips, tracking the knees towards the armpits. Whole spines resting along the mat. Press the tailbone into the mat. Keep your inhalations going, in for 3 to 4, out for 4 to 5. We're only thinking about our breath here. One more breath, release the legs towards the earth, arms alongside the body. Walk the heels in slightly and then press the hips up nice and high. Clasp the hands underneath the body. Remembering you can support the lower back with a block or your arms or your hands underneath you. Relax and breathe. Squeeze the knees towards each other and they're not touching. It's like if you remember the old Suzanne Summers Thigh Master, squeeze it together but not touching. Or you can have a block between your knees. Sometimes that's really helpful. One more breath, then lower down all the way to the mat. Swing the legs back up towards the sky for your happy baby pose. Rock from side to side a little bit if you like. You don't have to be still in this pose. The name of the pose, happy baby. Baby swing from side to side. One more breath and then release the legs towards the mat, the feet towards the mat. Walk them in slightly, get your foundation, press up nice and high towards the sky, clasping the hands underneath you. Now if you'd like to move and raise the right leg up towards the sky today, you can. But pressing the right heel towards the sky, pressing the left foot into the earth. And if you raise the right foot, press it down onto the earth again. Raising the left foot up towards the sky, pressing into the earth with the right foot. Try not to collapse into the lower back, and then everybody roll down one vertebrae at a time, releasing both feet. Swing the knees into the chest and roll around clockwise on the lumbar area. Anti-clockwise, giving the lumbar a nice little massage. And then bring them back to center, and let's allow the knees to fall over towards the left. Place the left hand onto the knees to soften them to the earth. The right arm raises out shoulder height. And then move it up a little bit. Just turn and look over the right shoulder. Keep breathing, relaxing. It's a gentle squeeze in the organs. Say these words to yourself. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be well. One more breath, releasing the knees back to the midline and allow them to fall over towards the other side. Placing the right hand onto the knees, raising the left arm out shoulder height and up a little bit. If you're ever feeling uncomfortable, you can always place the arm further towards the feet. Just turn and look over towards the left. Left ear tracks towards the earth. Keep your inhalations going for 3 to 4, out for 4 to 5. Keep concentrating on your breath, sending it to where you need it, in your organs, where you're squeezing them together. Again, remember your heart is the light of this world. Don't cover it up with your mind. Beautiful quote by Rubies. One more breath, and then bring the knees into the chest and allow the feet to flop open towards the side. We're moving into the final pose today, Shavasana, corpse pose. Allow the hands, palms facing up alongside the body. I want you to move the head up off the mat. Make sure that it's not off to the left or the right, and release it back down towards the earth. Raise the shoulders up from the earth and then allow them to melt down back to the mat. Hold backs of the arms, top of the hands, release deeper into the mat. I want you to squeeze the toes towards your face. Spread the toes nice and wide. And then release, relax the toes, relax the feet, let them flop open. I want you to raise the hips up off the earth, and then I want you to release the lower back a little deeper into the mat. You can always have a blanket or a pillow underneath that lower back as well. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth and relax your jaw. Your whole body is feeling soft, relaxed, and at peace. Keep sinking deeper and deeper into the earth beneath you. With every breath you take naturally as it moves throughout the body, you feel a little more lighter. Staying where you are, I'm just sitting up to talk you through it a little bit more. When you want to relax, clear your mind. White space surrounds your entire being. Fall into the bright nothingness, spiraling downward into never-endingness, leaving you senseless. Relax your breath to the point of numbness, to the point at which you float, with air captured in your lungs. You are weightless like a balloon, one that will never burst except for the eruption of peace. Slowly start to move your fingers. Gently move your toes. And roll over onto the right side of your body in the fetal position as you would have laid in your mother's womb. It's always a beautiful time to acknowledge your mother when you're resting here, to thank her for your life. One more breath and slowly make your way back to a seated position where we began the practice today. Sit comfortably, place a blanket or a pillow under you or ground down towards the earth. Feel that sense of groundness, the pelvis moving forward, the release in the lower back. Close down the eyes, place the hands to the heart center. Let's finish today with 3-level breath. 3-level breath, we're going to take 3 small sips of air to the lower belly like you're sipping through a straw and hold for 3. 3 small sips of air to the lower ribs, hold for 3. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs, hold all for a count of 8 and breathe all breath out. So relax the breath, place the hands to the knees, and then bring the right hand to the lower belly. Take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose. A little more. Then breathe all breath out long and deep. A little more. Take 3 small sips of air to the lower belly, hold. 3 small sips of air to the lower ribs, hold. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs, hold all for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe all breath out. Relax the breath, bringing the hands back to your heart center, keeping the eyes soft. Let's check in with our intention that we made at the beginning of the practice today. Scan how your body feels. Always ending the practice with gratitude for something, someone, or something in nature that brings you the gift of peace or happiness. Send gratitude. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice. We always finish the practice with Namaste, which is a gesture that represents the soul in one to the soul in the other. Placing the hands to the third eye between the brow and back to the heart chakra and bowing. Namaste. Have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are in the world. Reaching the hands out in front of you and wrapping them around you. Giving yourself a big hug. Wonderful, well done everyone. Great practice. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you for the music comment. Good morning, Zoe. Thanks, Sue. You're welcome, Maya. Thanks for being here, Debbie. Bye for now. I'll see you all again tomorrow at 8:15.